It's Eclipse Day at the eBEFOREi video review studio, so before the big event starts, I want to take a look at Titans Returns Misfire. What a great pink figure this is, and I can't wait to show you more about it. I've got to get this in quick because the eclipse is a... Oh man, this is terrible timing. The eclipse has just hit, and it's over. So yeah, it was awesome. Let's review the figure and just stick around. Sorry that was so fast. That's what she said. So here's Misfire along with his Titan Master Aimless, who they make quite the pair here. But here they are in their vehicle mode, and this vehicle mode looks great. Do any of you remember that Clint Eastwood movie called Firefox? This kind of reminds me of that jet. Really dating myself there, but this is Misfire in all of his pinkish glory. Now, before you freak out, it's not like a hot pink. It's not even a pink. It's more of a purpley pink. I'm sure there's a color, and someone out there can correct me and tell me what this is. But the ship, or the Cybertronian jet mode, really looks fantastic. Before I take a closer look, here's the card that it comes with, which has Misfire and Aimless coming down with his head right there on the back. You also have the tech specs for Misfire and Aimless, and you can see that Aimless gives him a little bit more oomph. Oomph. O-O-M-P-H. Anyway, so let's get back to the figure. I really like the way this turned out. The one thing that has really impressed me as of late with Hasbro mass market figures is the amount of detail in the plastic. I mean, we've gotten figures in the past where it's just plastic, and this looks really nice. I love all of the detail on the wings. In the front, you also have all that in plastic molding. Stickers and paint all look good. You've got a very nice looking Decepticon symbol there. And these silver bits look like it might be sticker. I can't really tell under this light. I'll have to look at that more closely later. But nothing that looks like it's going to peel off or anything like that. Some detail in the wings. Detail back here under where the legs would be. The back fins, or the jet wing thingies. I don't know what I'm saying. It's Eclipse! It's messing with my brain! But you get the idea. There's not a ton of paint on the figure, but because of the interesting color and the way that the sticker slash paint kind of offsets the pink tone, it really does look good. On the bottom of the figure, you've got, well, yeah, there's some kibble. There's his arms right there, but there's not like, you know, a complete robot ready to just like one of these transformations. This, and, hey, how's it going? There's an eclipse. No, you don't get that at all. So that's the figure in his vehicle mode. Now, to look inside of the cockpit, I'm going to get my fingernail in here. Maybe get my finger. Yay, I got it. He sits in there great. And as you can see, the top was able to close without any problems. There's nothing hitting the head, which is great. Now, when you put Aimless inside of the cockpit, you want him to sit like this. So that's what you want to do. Now, looking at Aimless, oh my gosh, Hasbro, you painted the face! I freaking love it! How many times have we gotten a little Titan Master figure and the face has no paint on it? So here you've got a great looking face. Let's see if I can get real close. Yeah, that just looks really nice. He's got the blue visor and the kind of off-white looking face. The amount of details in this one is really nice. I like it a lot. Inside the cockpit, he does have some controls, which is kind of cool, and a seat that's kind of put into the plastic, which is cool. So very, very nice. Hasbro, so far, fantastic job. Let's keep this review churning. To get him transformed, the first thing you want to do is come underneath the wing and pull out the weapon here. Now, the thing about this is you'd think that it plugs in underneath the wing like a lot of these toys do. This one plugs into the side right here, so that's very cool. Taking that one out, and so we're ready to move on to the next step, which is take this front piece right here, untab it, and that's on a dual hinge, dual two, and I'm going to go ahead and move that back a little bit. You can actually move it all the way back if you want to, like that. Moving on to the rest of the figure, the arms are tabbed into the side right here. So I'm going to pull those out, all right? And from here, you really can go ahead and pull it all the way up. Now, the wing is kind of on an auto-morph transformation thingy, and I'll show you what I mean by that. As you pull this whole piece up, see how the wing is on its own different hinge? It's on a little swivel right there, and so you can wing that. I guess it's not so elegant when I do it, but in theory, you can kind of get that all the way back up in one swoop. So there's that. Oh, I know what I did wrong. The wing is actually pegged into the back of the arm, so once you take that peg out, it'll move a lot easier. So there's the kind of automorph. So once you have that up on both sides, you want to take the wing and then kind of arch it back like that. Complete the arm transformation, you want to come in here with your thumb and pull the fist out and snap it into place. That was a nice solid snap. Do the same thing, rinse and repeat on the other side. Listen. Oh, that sounds good. Now we're going to finish the feet. This is really pretty easy. We're going to take this whole thing and move it down like that and keep moving down. We're going to take the hip piece and move that up into the waist of the figure so it fills in like that. Get some separation, take the feet, and you're going to just separate so you've got a full-on heel, which I love, and then you're going to pull the top of the foot out. Do the same thing over here. So you have a figure that's missing a head, hence the Titan Returns gimmick. So you're going to take Aimless and you're going to put his arms down. You're going to fold him into himself like a fire drill at elementary school. That's the position that you take, kids. Put your hands over your head, though. Don't put them to your side, because that's where the damage happens. Then you're going to lift him up like, hey, there's a head reveal, and you're going to pop him into his plug like that. Oh, that was a nice little snap. And now that you've completed transformation, we're going to stand him up, pose him up, and here's Misfire in his robot mode. And this, to me, he's a rock star. This is like the rock star of the Titans Returns Deluxe figures. It's just so unexpectedly cool looking. Very cool. You can take his weapons, by the way, and you can sled them together just like you can the other Titans Returns weapons. And you can see how this happens. You got the pegs and the slots and the things, and you can put them together. You got his sled. You can sled down a hill if you want to, but actually I think that's really stupid. What I like to do, other than just put him in his arms to complete the look of transformation, is I like to put him right there on his sides. And to do that, I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to put it in at an angle where that piece of plastic overlaps that bit right there. Let's do the same thing on the other side to complete his look. I mean, this almost goes full-on Seeker look like this. Here he is in his completed transformation, and tell me that this just doesn't look super cool. I'm really, really high on this figure. Let's take a closer look at the detail up close. Yes, I said closer up close. Just deal with it. Anyway, here's his face. Really, I mean, fantastic looking face. I love the blue visor against the kind of purple, light purple hue face with the dark gray kind of black around his helmet section. The head, really stable. You don't get that shake that you get on some of the heads when you move it around. It just fits on there really, really nice. Decepticon symbols exactly where you would want them, right there on the arm. I just love these cannons on the side of his arm too. You got some nice red paint right there in the chest. Nothing on the waist, and then the paint carries over that you had on his vehicle mode right here in his robot mode. Getting a look all the way around the figure, just everything compacts really nice. The wings on the back look great. You don't have this huge backpack that's sticking out back there. Again, the figure just comes together in a really great looking way. Articulation, again, it's a typical Titan Master head. It is, you know, kind of acts like a ball joint. Not too floppy on this one. Very, very nice. The joints are nice and tight. Some of the Titans Returns Deluxe figures are floppy freaking messes. This is not one of those. The arm can go all the way around without hitting anything unless you try to go back, and then you've got the wing right there. There is waist swivel, which is not a part of transformation, so excellent job, Hasbro. The legs, you've got a ball joint here. You've got a swivel right there at the thigh. Knee, you've got a full all the way back due to transformation. A lot of cool posing you can do. There is no side to side on the foot, unfortunately, but you can still get some cool poses, and there's absolutely zero issues with stability on the figure. Size comparison with some of his Deceptimates just fits in really nice. I mean, these three especially look really, really good together. Now, any complaints? You know, like a lot of the deluxe figures, there are some hollow parts inside of the arms right here. There's hollow inside of the back of the legs. Those are unfortunately not covered up. But at this price point and the design and the overall aesthetic of this figure, I really, really think that Hasbro did a wonderful job. And I'm really happy to have this figure in the collection. So recommended. Thanks again so much for watching eBEFOREi video reviews. I appreciate all the feedback, all of the support. If you're not already a subscriber and you enjoy this video and the other videos that I've done, and I've done a lot, then all you need to do is click subscribe, and you can also give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. That's appreciated too. Also, tell your friends about eBEFOREi video reviews. I'm youtube.com/eBEFOREiNet. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm at facebook.com/eBEFOREi. I also have a group inside of Facebook, and I'll put that in the description. You're welcome to hop on board, talk about Transformers and other aspects of toys. Anything you want to talk about, really. Professional wrestling? SummerSlam just happened last night. The phenomenal NXT show. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. You can also follow me on Twitter. I'm at eBEFOREiNet. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll see you back here again real soon. Total eclipse of the heart.